hear me? Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I asked how to proceed with that problem.
Sir, sin A minus sin B,
So what is the formula
uh,
for sin A minus sin B?
2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2.
A minus B by 2. Okay. Divided by, you have taken the LHS, right? 2 cos plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. Okay. Next, denominator, what are we supposed to do? You have sin square x minus cos square x. Right? So sin square x minus cos square x means how can you write it? If you treat sin x as A and cos x as B, it is of the form A square minus B square. So what is the formula for A square minus B square? It is A minus B into A plus B. Didn't revise at all, huh? Why is there no interaction? Right? So this will be 2 cos of x plus 3x by 2 will be 2x. Sin of x minus 3x by 2 will be minus 2x divided by 2. So this and this will get cancelled. The whole divided by sin x minus cos x. Again the formula is, so can we do something with sin x minus cos x? Or else actually we need not do this also. So what is sin square x minus cos square x? Anybody? So there is a formula for cos square x minus sin square x, right? So what does cos square x minus sin square x stand for?
Cos 2A.
Cos 2x, right? Similarly, sin square x minus cos square x will be, it will be minus cos 2x, because cos 2x is what? Cos square x minus sin square x. So this thing should be the negative of that value, right? So 2 into cos 2x divided by minus cos 2x into sin of minus x can be written as minus sin x. This we know. So cos 2x and cos 2x will get cancelled. Minus and minus is gone. What is that you are left out with? It is 2 sin x. So that's what you are asked to prove. Right? Did you people understand? So did you guys understand? Why is the class so silent?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next. Shall we go to the next problem then? Listen. It is cos 4x plus cos 3x plus cos 2x the whole divided by sin 4x plus sin 3x plus sin 2x. You have to prove that this is equal to cot 3x. Who can tell me? Who can tell me how to solve this? So you can combine cos 4x and cos 2x. So combining cos 4x and cos 2x, what do you get? You have cos 4x plus cos 2x plus this will be cos 3x, the whole divided by. I can combine sin 4x and sin 2x. So it will be sin 4x plus sin 2x. It will be sin 4x plus sin 2x plus sin 3x. Right? So what is cos 4x plus cos 2x? Cos c plus cos t. It will be 2 cos of c plus d by 2. That is 4x plus 2x divided by 2 into cos of c minus d divided by 2. That is 4x minus 2x divided by 2 plus cos 3x is already existing. The whole divided by sin 4x plus sin 2x. It will be 2 sine of c plus d by 2. That is 4x plus 2x divided by 2 cos of 4x minus 2x divided by 2 plus sine 3x is already existing. Okay. So cos 4x minus 2x divided by 2, cos 4x minus 2x divided by 2 will get cancelled. I'm sorry, you cannot cancel it like that. Just a minute. So this will be cos how much? 4x minus 2x divided by 2. So 4x minus 2x divided by 2. This will also be cos of 4x minus 2x divided by 2. So this will be 2 cos of...
Yeah.
Sorry?
Why can't we cancel cos 4x minus 2x by 2 and cos 4x minus 2x by 2?
Okay, see. A into B plus C divided by C into B plus D. Will you cancel B and B? Can you cancel it? For example.
Yeah, also x value is same because we get x value to be, for example, if x value is 5, we get same answer both the sides. Like both
Tell me
numerator.
one thing. Listen. For example, 2 into 3 plus 1 divided by 3 into 3 plus 1. If I say you cancel these two, will you accept? Is this right? That is a mistake I did then. Still. So this didn't come out as a common value. Okay, this didn't come out as a common value, so I cannot cancel it. So don't do that mistake. 2 cos 3x into cos of 4x minus 2x divided by 2 is cos x. Plus you already have a cos 3x also. The whole divided by 2 into sin 3x into cos x plus sin 3x. So what can I take out common from the numerator? I can take out 2 cos 3x outside. Sorry, cos 3x outside. What do I have inside then? 2 cos x plus 1 divided by the denominator. I can take sin 3x common, then I am left out with 2 cos x plus 1. Now I can cancel 2 cos x plus 1 and 2 cos x plus 1. So what are you left out with? You are left out with cot 3x. So you would understand? So that is what you are asked to prove. Right? So anyone having a doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to 22nd one. So 22nd, mark it as important. Cot x into cot 2x minus cot 2x into cot 3x minus cot 3x into cot x is equal to 1. Okay. So this is what you are supposed to prove. See, this problem, there is no specific way or a formula that you have where you can simplify things. So how you are supposed to start this question is, you have to start with what is cot 3x is equal to. Can someone tell me what is cot 3x equal to? Or let me say, I'll start like this. If I ask you what is the formula of cot a plus b, what will you say? We don't have a formula, we have not derived it till now. But I'm willing to derive this. Then how will I proceed? I can write it as cos of a plus b divided by sine of a plus b. Can I write it like this? A plus b is one whole angle, so I'm writing it as cos by sine. Now tell me one thing, just a minute. Now tell me one thing, what is the expansion of cos of a plus b? Okay, I'll call out names better. Harshita, can you tell me what is cos of a plus b?
Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B.
Good. So cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, the whole divided by, wait, Divya, what is sin of A plus B? Sin A, sin B, correct? What is sin of A plus B? Sin A cos B plus, can you tell now? It is cos A sin B. Yeah, cos A sin B. Okay. So for this, you can mute yourself. Divide numerator and denominator with sin A sin B. The reason I am dividing it with sin A sin B is because I want cot in terms of cot. So if I have to do that, then I will do it like this. Observe. Then cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, the whole divided by sin A sin B, the whole divided by sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, the whole divided by sin A sin B. Right? Now you can write this as cos A cos B divided by sin A sin B minus sin A sin B divided by sin A sin B, the whole divided by sin A cos B by sin A sin B plus cos A plus cos A sin B divided by sin A sin B. So what will get cancelled? Cos A by sin A is nothing but cot A.
Cot A.
Cos B by sin B is cot B minus
B.
sin A cancel, sin B cancel, 1 divided. Yeah, proceed. Sin A and sin A will get cancelled. So cos B by sin B is going to be
Cot
cot
B.
B plus sin B and sin B gets cancelled. Cos A by sin A will be cot A.
Cot A.
So this is the formula for cot of A plus B. Okay, this is the formula for cot of A plus B. Now, if A is equal to x and B is equal to 2x, if I substitute these two in the above expression, then what will I get? Then I will get cot x into cot 2x minus 1, the whole divided by cot x plus cot 2x. This will be equal to cot 3x because x plus 2x will give me 3x. Right? Now I will cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I get cot x into cot 2x minus 1 is equal to cot x plus cot 2x into cot 3x. Okay, so this will be like this: cot x into cot 2x minus 1 is equal to cot x into cot 3x plus cot 2x into cot 3x. Okay, now I will rearrange the equation. See, that is cot x into cot 2x, which is left out like this. This will come to the left hand side. This will also come to the left hand side, and 1 will go to the right hand side. If I write it, I will get minus cot x into cot 3x minus cot 2x into cot 3x is equal to 1. So this is what you are asked to prove. Okay, that is why I told you mark this problem as important. So this is an important one. Okay.
Sir, so this like formula deriving part is the answer, sir.
No, you need to know the formula. You need not derive it. So how you can start this? You can start with this step. The exam, you can start saying that we know that cot of A plus B is equal to cot A cot B minus 1 divided by cot A plus cot B. So if A, substituting A is equal to x and B is equal to 2x, you can come to this step, then cross multiply, rearrange it, hence prove. That's it. So this is the step with which you are supposed to start. Everyone understand? So you need not sit and solve the whole thing. So I showed it only for your understanding.
So we need to just substitute the value of x and 2x. That's it.
That's it. That's it. That is all you need to do. I hope it is clear. Next, 23rd problem. So the 23rd one is like this. Tan 4x is equal to 4 tan x into 1 minus tan square x, the whole divided by 1 minus tan square x divided by tan square or tan cube, tan square by 1 minus 6 tan square x plus tan power 4x. So this is what we need to do, how to proceed. What idea are you getting? See, when I asked you to prove tan 2x, what did you do? You considered what?
So tan 4x we can split it as tan 2x plus 2x.
That also you can do. Or you can write it as 3x plus x, your wish. Okay, we'll proceed like this. I'll proceed in the way you told. You want me to take it as 2x plus x, 2x, right? So I will take it like this. So tan 4x, I can write it as tan 2x plus 2x. So what is tan a plus b formula? That is tan a plus tan b by 1 minus,
1 minus tan A tan B.
that's it. So tan a tan b. So what is tan 2x formula? It is 2 tan x divided by, can I write it like this? Can I write it like tan x plus tan x, can I write it as 2 tan 2x divided by tan 2x into tan 2x, can I write it as tan square 2x? So 1 minus tan square 2x. So 2 into tan 2x is going to be like this, 2 tan x by 1 minus tan square x, the whole divided by 1 minus tan square 2x is again 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x, the whole square. Can I write it like this? So once I write it like this 2 into 2 so this 2 into 2 is going to give me a 4. Just a minute.
So just draw a little bit up, sir. The previous step.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just see. Is it better? So you understood what I did? It is tan 2x plus tan 2x by 1 minus tan 2x into tan 2x. Clear? So previous step what I did is I added these two, that's why I wrote thus 2 tan 2x. I multiplied these two, that is why I wrote it as tan square 2x. Okay. So 2 into, in the place of tan 2x, I wrote its formula, that is 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x. Similarly, in the place of tan 2x, I wrote it as 2 tan x by 1 minus tan square x, the whole square. Alright. So 2 into 2 is 4 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x. I hope there is no doubt in this step, divided by. If I take the LCM, it will be 1 minus tan square x, the whole square, minus 4 tan square x, the whole divided by 1 minus tan square x, the whole square. So observe it clearly. Is there any doubt? So what I can do here is, I can cancel this 1 minus tan square x and this one. So what I'm left out with is 4 into this 1 minus tan square x goes to the numerator. So it will be like this, 4 tan x into 1 minus tan square x whole divided by 1 minus tan square x the whole square. You can write it like this, a minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. A is 1, b is tan square x. So minus 2 tan square x. You already have minus 4 tan square x. So what is that you are going to get? 4 tan x into 1 minus tan square x the whole divided by 1 plus tan power 4x minus 6 tan square x. And this is what you need to do. That is 4 tan x into 1 minus tan square x divided by 1 minus 6 tan square x plus tan power 4x. Is it clear?
So that you
Yeah,
wrote
tell
the
me.
denominator in the previous step.
This one, huh?
It's 2 tan x, that is
2
70
tan square.
square.
It is square. 2 tan square. See, I expanded this. Mithun. A minus b the whole square. A square plus b square. So b square is nothing but tan square x the whole square. That is why tan power 4x minus 2 into a into b. A is 1, b is tan square x. That is why 2 tan square x. Is it clear?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me. Done. Now, how to do the 24th problem? 24th is like this. Cos 4x is equal to 1 minus 8 sin square x into cos square x. So cos 4x, how can I write it? Cos of
3x plus x.
2x plus x.
3x plus x, sir.
Here, why don't you write just 2x plus 2x only?
No, sir.
Again,
Last sum we did it one method. This sum
You
it
are
will be
right.
method, no sir. So that it will be easy.
Okay. Your wish, you can do it any way you want. See, only thing I didn't want to introduce cos 3x is because you will have a cubic equation. What is the formula for cos 3x? 4 cos x minus 3 cos cube x. Remember this? 4 cos x minus 3 cos cube x. You will unnecessarily have cube. But if you look at the right hand side, you don't have any cubic term. That is why I suggest you to go with 2x itself. But I'm saying still you can solve, but it will become complicated. Unnecessarily you will feel scared. Okay? I would go with 2x plus x. Sorry, 2x plus 2x. So I can write it as cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. I can write it like this. So cos 2x into cos 2x is going to be cos square 2x minus, can I write it as sin square 2x? So what is the formula for cos 2x? See, I can solve this problem in one step, but you guys have to speak. What is the method you want me to follow?
1 minus 2 sin square x.
Okay, you want me to proceed in that way? Remember this step, okay? I'm just marking this step. Remember, I'll tell you a shortcut of how you can solve it in this step. Okay, you want me to write it as 1 minus 2 sin square x, right? So 1 minus 2 sin square x into sorry, not into, minus. How do you want me to write sine 2x's? There is only one formula, that is 2 sine x cos x. I'll take it as whole square. Now what should I do with this? So a minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 4ab, 4 sine power 4x. Minus 4ab minus, what can I do with this? I can write it as 4 sine square x into cos square x. Can I write it like this? Now what should I do? I have 1 plus 4 sine power 4x minus 4. If I take out sine square x common, check if I am doing anything wrong. So you wanted me to write it as 1 minus 2 sine square x. So I wrote it the whole square. So 1 plus 4 sine power 4x minus 4 sine square x minus 4 into sine square x into cos square x. Is it right? Into 1 plus cos square x. Now what can I do with this? Will I be able to proceed? See, I just went with the idea you gave me. I'm getting stuck with sine power 4x. Is there anything I can do to proceed? I don't know how to solve because I don't want sine power 4x here. But how do we think? How do I think? Because I don't have a formula for 1 plus cos square x.
So you multiply 4 sine square x into the bracket, then it will come as, we'll get the formula right.
You will get the formula, but what formula will you get? So you get 4 sine, you will get 4 sine square x plus 4 sine square x cos square x. Nothing else you are going to get. See, this is a very critical step. You might have not used this, but observe 4 sine power 4x minus 4 sine square x is there, right? See, what I'm going to do to this one is, see, logically speaking, what is it I need? I need 8 sine square x into cos square x. What is that I have in my hand? I have 4 sine square x. To make this 4 as 8, what is that I need? I need so to make this 4 as 8, I need a 2. So for that, what I'm going to do is, this 1 is there, right? This 1 I'm going to write it as sine square x plus cos square x. So till now what you would have done is, you would have used it in the reverse way. I'm writing it as sine square x plus cos square x plus this cos square x is as it is. I'm not disturbing it. Did you people understand this step? So I would suggest you to take this problem as important. I'll solve the same problem in 3 methods and show you. Okay. So 1 plus 4 sine power 4x minus 4 sine square x into sine square x. What is it? 4 into sine square x into sine square x is sine power 4x minus cos square x plus cos square x is how much? It is 2 cos square x, right? So 4 into 2 cos square x will give me 8 sine square x cos square x, because 4, this will give me 2 cos square x. So 4 into 2 will give me 8. I already have sine square x, I already have cos square x. So 8 sine square x into cos square x. Now what will get cancelled? You have it in front of your eyes. What will get cancelled?
4 sine power 4x.
4 sine
You-
power 4x.
You got the answer? You got your answer?
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is one of the ways. So we had to come to this step because I took cos square 2x as 1 minus 2 sine square x and then proceeded. But am I allowed to take cos 2x as 2 cos square x minus 1 and then proceed? Can I take it like that? I told you to remember this step. Anybody wants to note it down, you have to let me know. You can unmute yourself and speak. I hope it is clear till this step. Now,
Yes, sir.
now we will see. I told you to remember one step: cos square 2x minus sin square 2x. Right? Now, how can I write? What are the three formulas that you know for cos 2x? Cos 2x can be written in three ways. So, cos square 2x is there. So, how can I write cos 2x? I can write it as 2 cos square x minus 1, the whole square. Can I proceed like this? Minus sin square 2x means it is 2 sin x cos x the whole square. So this is an alternate way. Okay. So 2 cos square x minus 1 the whole square will be how much? 4. It is 4 cos power 4x plus 1 minus 4 cos square x. So a minus b the whole square is what I applied. Repeating it, it is a power 4, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Minus, what is the formula here? It is 4 sin square x into cos square x. Right? So here observe, I have 4 cos power 4x plus 1 minus 4 cos square x minus 4 sin square x cos square x. So what can I do now? Any idea? What can I do? So what is it I don't want? So according to the right side data, what is the extra thing I am getting in my solution? What should I eliminate? 4 cos power?
4x.
So what can I do to it? Can I do something with that? Can you think something in terms of the previous problem? You think of different combinations, no? This chapter will help you to think better. So I have 1 in my hand. I have 1 here, right? Should I write this 1 as sin square x plus cos square x and then proceed? Like what I did in the previous problem. So
Yes,
here I wrote it like this. See here, what I had, look at this step now. I had 1 plus 4 sin power 4x minus 4 sin square x into 1 plus cos square x. I wrote 1 as sin square x plus cos square x and then proceeded. So I got the answer. Okay, accepted. So here also, can I copy the same idea from the previous step, from the previous problem? Can I write this 1 as sin square x plus cos square x? Just think, no? I'm discussing the ideas with you. Can I write it? If I write, what will be the issue I will face? What is that I need on the right hand side? If I write this 1 as sin square x plus cos square x, what will be missing on the right hand side? This 1 itself will be missing, no? But I need that 1. So what is it telling? I'm not supposed to disturb that 1. So I will not disturb this 1. Okay? Plus this 4 cos 4x and 4 cos square x, what can you do? What can I take out common as 4? What can I take common in these two? 4 cos square x into, tell me, if I take out 4 cos square x, what is that is left out inside?
plus 1
Cos
minus.
square x minus 1.
It is cos square x minus 1. Very good. It is cos square x minus 1. I already have minus 4 sin square x and minus 4 sin square x and cos square x. So I am not disturbing it. Right. So 1 plus 4 cos square x. What is cos square x minus 1? What is cos square x minus 1?
Minus sin square x.
Minus
Very good, very good, very good. It is minus sin square x. Minus 4 sin square x into cos square x. So 1 minus 4 sin square x cos square x minus 4 sin square x cos square x. What is the answer? 1 minus
8
8
sin
sin square x cos square x.
You got your answer. So this is another way to solve. So in trigonometry, the advantage is you can approach from any side you want. You can solve it in any ways you want. Okay. So this is one more method. There is another method also. But anyway, I'm not going to discuss now. You can take either of the methods which are comfortable. See, actually, the other method is a simple one. You will get the answer in one step. The other method is you have cos square 2x minus sin square 2x. That is a step, right? So this is method 3. So cos square 2x, 1 minute. Cos square 2x minus sin square 2x. Okay. Now how I am looking at it is a square minus b square. Okay. A square minus b square. The different ways I will think is, see, when I have a square minus b square, minus or plus? Yeah, minus 1. So what can I do to this? I can write it as a plus b into a minus b. Then what you can do is, you can write this as you can proceed in this way also. Actually, there was a miscalculation. I thought you'll get it in simple steps, but this will become complicated. I'm sorry, it was my mistake. I thought you can do it easily, but you cannot. Because what happens is, again, cos 2x, you have to write it as 2 cos square x minus 1 and then proceed. So it is better, whatever methods we did previously, that is better. This will unnecessarily confuse you, but this can be solved. I'm not saying it cannot be, it can be, but it will be slightly complicated. I don't want you to lose confidence. So the other two methods are simple only, right? Nothing so tough. Okay. We'll do one last problem. So the 25th one is cos 6x is equal to 32 cos power 6x minus 48 cos power 4x plus 18 cos square x minus 1. So this is what we are supposed to do. You people tell me how shall we proceed? How shall we proceed? So sorry.
Cos 3 into 2x.
That's good. So I can take it as cos of 2 into 3x, right? Or I can write as cos 3x plus cos 3x, both mean the same. So if I take 3x as theta, then what is the formula for cos 2 theta that I can use? Look at the right side and choose which formula you are supposed to use. So what is the formula for cos 2 theta? Cos square theta minus sin square theta, or 2 cos square theta minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sin square theta. I can use any of them, but which one should I choose? If I have to be smart enough and choose, out of all the three, which one will I choose? It's simple. Look at the right hand side. What is the only trigonometric function that is present?
2 cos square theta minus 1.
That is what you need to do. So this is the one you need to choose. See, this doesn't mean if you choose this one or this one, you will not get the answer. You will get it. Maybe it will become complicated. Okay. So even before you know how to like what solution you are going to get, you need to think in this way. That is what I'm trying to same. So I'm going to choose 2 cos square theta minus 1. So can I write this as 2 cos square theta is how much? 3x. 2 cos square 3x minus. I hope it is clear. Can I write this as cos 3x the whole square minus? It is for your understanding. I'm writing an extra step. They both mean the same. Sorry. 2 into cos 3x square minus 1. Can I write it like this? Now, what is the formula for cos 3x? What is the formula for cos 3x? Two into cos 3x formula. 4. You can look at it and tell me. 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x the whole square minus 1. Okay. So 2 into 4 cos cube x. So a minus b the whole square. A is 4 cos cube x, b is 3 cos x. So a minus b the whole square is 16 cos power 6x. Correct? So a square plus b square is 9 cos square x minus 2 into a into b. This whole thing minus 1. Is it right? Minus 1. So 2 into 16, it is 32. 32 times what? Cos power 6x plus 2 into 9, it is going to be 18 cos square x. 2 into 2, 4 minus 4. Sorry, what else is left out? 2 into 4. How much is that? 4 into 4? 16 cos cube x. Oh, I missed one. Wait. I'll write an extra step. I'm sorry about it. I'll write an extra step. So 2 into 16 cos power 6x plus 9 cos square x minus 2 into 4, 8. 8 into 3, 24. 24 cos cube x into cos x is going to be cos power 4x minus 1. So 2 into 16, 32 cos power 6x plus 2 into 9, 18 cos square x plus 2 into 24 minus 48 cos power 4x minus 1. Is this the required answer? This is what we are supposed to prove? Right? That's it. So this is the way you are going to proceed. Now you understood why we only choose 2 cos 3x minus 1, why 2 cos square x minus 1. So this is the final answer. Okay. See, I'm not sure practicing, but without practicing, next exercise is, mark my words, is going to be what you're going to do. I want you all to sit and practice it today and be ready to grasp the next exercise. Tomorrow it will be very tough for us. Okay, because you need to be good with the angles, you need to be good with solving the equations, and I don't think many of you have even raised the formula, right? So you sit and work, guys. And miscellaneous is slightly tougher. Unless you master all the formulas, memorize them, I cannot help you. Class will go waste. So I want everybody to be benefited out of it. It is in your hands. You have to practice. Tell me sincerely. Right? I could see it. How many of you are practicing? Just let me know. How many have practiced sincerely? I'm waiting for your response in the chat box. So only if you practice, put your name. So that shows no one has practiced sincerely. I can easily find it out. Who's done? When there are less number of classes. When there is less number of classes means what I'm trying to say. When there is less number of classes, I will practice. You had 1 week of time last week. You had 1 week of time. See, please keep all these excuses away. Okay, because most of the time, having most of the problems in the class itself, your work is only to revise them. And you had so much of time last week. Now your school has started, that's a different story, but you have time in your hand, you need to sit and work. There's not the way things are going to work.